Hey, everybody!
Gonna hold back that laughter.
Welcome to the OBT show. I'm Brendan.
I'm Chris.
I made a goofy goof with Chris because I like to not tell him when I'm going to start.
Or just not start, and then
I just don't start and I stare at him.
Then you try to jump in while I'm
going to keep that awkward silence, and then we're going to go right into the pod.
It's just that extra eye-opening stare.
It's fun. It's fun for me. Hey, everybody. How you doing? Welcome back to the show. We've had a couple of Let's Plays up. I think by the time this gets up, you will see our Let's Play for Zombies Ate My Neighbors. That was a fun time. It was another game that I was confused by that Chris wouldn't let me understand the story.
Nope.
And we recorded two. Can I preview which ones?
What games? Yeah, sure.
We're going to split it into two parts because we had just a fun time. We played Turtles in Time.
Which was an awesome game.
And then we played Bomberman 2 for the N64.
Yeah. No, for Super Nintendo.
For Super Nintendo. And both of those will be coming up next couple weeks. It's going to be fun. If you want to talk to us, you can email us at theobtshow@gmail.com. We're on Twitter at theobtshow and on Facebook.com/theobtshow. Chris, how are you doing today, man?
.com.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm feeling slightly evil and mischievous.
Why?
I don't know, because of our previous conversation before we started recording. Succubus.
Shout out to Succubus.
How are you feeling today?
I'm good, man. It's a little rainy. I'm sleepy. We don't check in with each other, I realize. We just go right to business, but I want to start checking in with you on the pod.
Oh, okay.
I want to see how you're doing.
Is this therapy hour?
It could be. You okay?
I'll have to brood like Batman the whole time.
Hey. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
All right, that's all. I don't want to know anything else about you.
How you feeling?
I'm okay.
It doesn't matter how you're feeling.
Ew, you're gross. You're a gross human being. Anyway, let's get to topic at hand. Big stuff happening in the world. Let's start first with video games, as that is our forte. We'll start with video games. A game that is near and dear to our hearts is going to be already decided that I love it. Batman Origins.
I was like, that was quick adoption.
I'm in love. Hopefully I'm not getting catfished via online dating, like those dating sites where I'm like, you're the best ever, and then it's like,
this isn't what I
it's a dude with a pot belly. Ew.
Maybe he'll play video games.
And I thought that you were a beautiful blonde from Norway. I was thinking Norwegian and Norway at the same time, so it became
Norwegian.
So it became Norway.
That's okay.
Batman Origins released a multiplayer video and some press release. Now, the multiplayer is kind of cool. Tell people about the multiplayer, Chris.
Okay, so essentially, you will be able to play as Batman and Robin in a team of two, and then you're going to be going up against Joker and two thugs and Bane and two thugs.
I heard that I think it starts with three thugs from the gangs, and then at one point, when it almost like a multiplayer kill streak in Call of Duty,
you power up into it.
Into playing as Joker or Bane,
and it looks good.
It looks good.
Like there's a lot of checks and balances that have to be put into play because otherwise it wouldn't be fair.
No,
because Batman's awesome, so they have to limit Batman's potential awesomeness, which is fine. I'm gonna allow it.
Well, do you think that the inclusion of multiplayer, as some people have said online, is a bad sign for the single-player campaign, or is this something we just need to shut up and not worry about?
It might just let us know that, it's not going to be a super long campaign.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
But it's still, I still have high hopes for it. I want to see the story. That's one of the things that I like about the Batman games. The story is very,
it's always solid.
Yeah, you get immersed in the world of Batman. You feel like you are Batman. So that I don't think they can really fuck up.
No, I don't think so.
As long as they don't stick with the formula that was laid before them.
No, I agree.
I think that the inclusion of multiplayer is cool. It's getting more people to, play video games together. That can't hurt.
It can't hurt, and I think it's nice that the concept is different than just sort of a open world, kill everybody. There's an actual sort of a 3-on-3-on-2, which makes sense as far as a Batman game goes to be something that is unique like that. So I'm excited for it. Origins comes out in October. There'll be more info coming, I'm sure. And the other game that I'm looking forward to, I don't think you are, though, Splinter Cell Blacklist.
It's not that I'm not looking forward to it. I just don't care.
You just don't care. That comes out August 20th. I'm going to be playing it day one, and I'll give you my exclusive review on that following week's OBT show. I will forego my girlfriend, food, sleep, and water to finish this game for you because I'm so dedicated to this podcast.
I think it's just because you want to play that game really
I
bad.
really just want to play that game. Really bad. I'm using the podcast as the shield to be like, I have to work, baby.
This is the mic of honesty.
The mic of honesty.
You have to be honest with yourself. You want to play that game.
I want to play that game so bad.
Dude, I might forget that I need to go to work and stuff once Grand Theft Auto 5 comes out.
I think so. I think
I'm going to get a job in the game so that way I can feel justified that I'm doing something productive.
Why don't you play pool with me, cousin? No cousin so far mentioned.
My job in the game is I back up cars into fire hydrants. I'm actually pretty good at it. I work 40 hours a week.
You've got to be consistent.
Yeah.
They just don't back up themselves, asses.
And they keep getting replaced all the time, so you got to just keep knocking them down.
I'm looking for... That comes out September, right? Or October? I think that's in
September for Grand Theft Auto.
Okay.
Yeah.
October is Batman.
Batman, yeah.
And October, I think, is... November, I think, is Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Mm-hmm. So yes. I'm in a video game lull. I hate video game lulls. Do you ever get those when you have no real game that you're focusing on playing or want to beat?
I'm kind of in one right now.
Yeah, I've been big time.
I've been doing a slow breakdown of Darksiders. It's an older game, but it's pretty interesting. And once I get through a big story chunk and I'm moving on to the next part, I stop and try to play some other games that aren't very story based. So I play Minecraft or something like that. But Xbox Live, they have the Games for Gold. So if you have an Xbox Live Gold account, you get free games.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
So last month, they released a tower defense game and Assassin's Creed 2, which is cool because I'd beaten the game, but it was fun to play through it again. So that took up a chunk of time. And then this month, it's Crackdown. And then on the 16th of the month, they're releasing Dead Rising 2 and Dead Rising 2 Code Zero, I think, which is basically like the prequel. To the game, which I played the prequel, but I never played the game. So I'm excited I'm getting a game that I wanted to play. I just forgot to buy it. For me, I'm trying to get through Assassin's Creed Revelations. That's a good game.
I'm not that into it because I like Assassin's Creed 3, so it's a downgrade as far as control. Mm-hmm. And they added a lot of crap to it, which is like, do this, hit this, hit this. There's a lot going on in that game, which is somewhat annoying. I like just simplicity in my games. That's why I treasure the Batman Arkham City fighting mechanic of just being able to jump back and forth to dudes. Mm-hmm. So I'm in a lull. I'm just I haven't touched my video game system to play video games in about a month and a half, 2 months.
Yeah, that's bad.
I have nothing that I'm interested in right now. I'm waiting for Blacklist.
Have you played Crackdown?
No, I'm not interested in it.
Oh, okay, all right. It was a fun game. You get to be super, powered dude.
I'm not...
You jump from building to building and throw cars at people and...
Maybe. I don't know. It doesn't
I got a spear gun and then you could, shoot people and they would get stuck to buildings.
No, but I'm looking forward to the fall.
It was cool.
I don't care, Chris. I'm in a lull. It's rainy. I have no video games to play.
You want new.
I want a new experience.
You want a new experience, okay.
And there's an article out on IGN that talked about, reasons to keep your Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 through the first year of the next gen. Yeah. And I agree. That's what my plan is. I know you said you're going to buy. Is that still, I want to check in with you.
No. I got rid of my my initial buy.
Oh, you did? That's right.
I took my money and I put it towards Grand Theft Auto and Assassin's Creed.
So you and I are both in the boat of we're sitting out a year, fix the kinks, get some more games out there.
Maybe not a full year. I want to get through Grand Theft Auto. I want to give it the play that it deserves because the multiplayer for that game is huge. Yeah. So, which we still haven't seen a video for.
They teased it a little bit.
They teased it, but they haven't
which looked awesome.
Anything.
And I think that's coming up soon, though. There were some screenshots released and a little bit more info that they put out there. So I think that I will be out of my video game funk August 20th when I can pick up Blacklist. Splinter Cell Blacklist.
Yeah, so you can get rest. And then that'll carry you to Grand Theft Auto.
And then that'll carry me to Batman. And Batman will...
the most important one.
Right. And Batman will take a lot of my time and probably will overlap with Assassin's Creed. But I've got games to buy, so I'm excited.
Yeah.
And I can wait for next gen. I think there'll be more games because I know Watch Dogs is going to be on Xbox 360 too. Mm-hmm. It'll be ported out to Xbox One and PlayStation 4, but I think that game's coming out in the spring. I'll pick that up, and then I'll hold on to my old gen for a little bit.
Yeah, I just really want Destiny, and I really want Titanfall. Both those games look awesome.
They do look good. All right, so that's our video game.
Even though it's Call of Duty with mechs, but it still looks awesome.
That's our upcoming games that we want to play. Speaking of games that apparently very few of you out there want to play, Nintendo released its first quarter report, and it is sad. They are losing and hemorrhaging money. Well, no, they're not. They're not
No?
dead yet because they have in reserves $5 billion, where analysts predict that they can actually. What I know it's Star Wars. I mean, do you know like how it just kept going?
It doesn't matter.
You're like it's Star Wars. It's Star Wars. You nerd.
It's a sad day for Nintendo.
It's a sad day because
I mean they posted a profit because the yen changed.
Yeah, I know. Which that doesn't really saving grace. No. That's not good when a company's like the currency changed, made a profit there. What about your products? Oh, those are shit. They also have a wide catalog, catalog depth that they can draw upon. So there's that aspect of it.
Yeah.
But they reported that the Wii U sales have been terrible in the United
Dismal.
States. 10,000 units sold in all of Europe. Did you see that stat?
Yeah. 10,000
in Europe.
I'm telling you.
All of Europe, not just France, all of Europe.
It's what I said right before we started potting. If you're not going to put up enough to compete with Xbox and PlayStation, you might as well go fuck yourself because there's no point.
The thing that, if I had any advice to give a multi-billion-dollar company that they would be even willing to respond to, I would say stop focusing on these weird, quirky designs. You okay? You hit your elbow. You're right there, buddy?
Right.
You're right there?
It's right on the not so funny bone.
Oh, yeah, it's sad.
Keep going.
Chris has to go to the hospital. I would say stop with this weird shit that you're doing and just make Mario games and Link games. Do that. Make a fun Mario game. I know that Galaxy came out, people like that, but people are hungry, and I'm speaking for both of us, I feel like we're hungry for something that's a little bit more traditional. And
I'm hungry for food.
And shut up and let me finish my story.
Succubus. It's not important.
Succubus. And I just feel like they are just missing the mark with the gamer.
Yeah.
They're focusing so much on the family-oriented system, but guess what? Xbox One is doing that too, and PlayStation 4, and catering to gamers too. Mm-hmm. They're doing neither. They're just focusing on a goofy color. They are the goofy coloring book at Barnes & Noble when Xbox One and PlayStation 4 are the young adult section for kids.
It's got lines people trying to play Xbox and PlayStation. Wii, it just sits there for the most part when I'm in Best Buy.
Kids look at Wii and get confused and walk away.
Yeah, because it has so much potential to be such a cool system, and they just keep dropping the ball. And they drop the ball the most part by not putting enough power in it.
No, but
that system's going to be outdated in a few weeks.
Yeah, I know, it's ridiculous. And the other thing that's somewhat depressing was they made a point of saying too that they can survive like 2 or 3 more financial disasters because of all the money they have, which shouldn't be a good thing. That should be a sad thing because that means hopefully there's somebody over there, or they need to change leadership, but somebody over there needs to kind of turn the ship around because they can't just go on the whim of like, we can survive another complete clusterfuck.
Fuck clusts.
Sorry.
It's all right.
I'm a little sleepy with this weather.
I just don't want to see them turn into the new Sega.
I know.
I mean, it's basically where they're
going to they're heading north toward Dreamcast.
I mean, in a year, they're going to be like, all right, well, no more consoles, and we're just going to sell our games to other companies.
It's sad. I was really sad.
Yeah, I mean, but
you don't care though. You laugh at them.
I don't care at all because
you're mean.
No, they were so excited with the Wii U, and they're like, yeah, it's on par with the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 4.
When it's not.
No, well, yeah, it's not. It's almost. And in a year, well, it came out last year, right?
Right.
In a year, now we're already talking about next gen, which is 3 times as strong as what the Wii would, even hope to be.
Which is sad. It's a sad day.
Yeah, I guess.
You're laughing. You look at you, you're laughing.
I mean, it's a money game. You got to be stupid to not try and put more money into this thing. They put more money into making a touch controller than they did putting into the console.
They made it so that you can throw up while you're playing Arkham City with watching on the little screen the batarang that you throw.
That's pretty cool.
No.
It's neat.
Shut up. No. I'm just joking. I'm just kidding.
Speaking of batarangs, I think you have something you want to say about Batman.
No, I'm actually not. Maybe if somebody didn't try to lead me in my conversation, I'm going to start with, because we're on the subject of movies, because we talk about that too. I like to end with comic books, Chris.
Okay, all right.
Gosh.
I was just excited to hear about Batman Incorporated, which you're going to talk about right now. That
No.
is the sound of Brendan's head.
No.
Okay, fine.
All right, fine. I'll talk about it.
No, I'm really
it makes
excited. I want to
sense.
know.
All right, Batman Incorporated number 13 came out. I was very excited. I read it. It's it's significant for a couple of reasons. One, it wraps up Grant Morrison's run on Batman Incorporated, and also wraps up his run on Batman in general. It's his last Batman book. He's done. He said in articles and interviews before that people aren't going to like it. And having read it, I can see that perspective. I actually did like it. I thought it's very meta in the sense that the main villain, Leviathan, is predicated on the idea that it is a never-ending circle, that it can never be defeated. And you realize through the storytelling that that's the major conceit for Morrison's Batman, is that it never really ends with Batman. It just keeps happening. And there's a line that says he always comes back bright, shiny, and new, but he's always doing the same battle and will most likely be forever until he's dead. He did introduce a couple of concepts that who knows, they're going to pick it up again. Full-on spoilers coming, kids, so if you don't want to know what happens, stop listening.
Plug your ears.
Plug your ears. So there's an organization called Spiral that has not been mentioned at all in the other DC books except Grant Morrison's Batman Incorporated, where they seem to be an overpowering spy anti-villain force, but they seem to supersede all of the other super people that are involved, like the Justice League and the I forget the other group. There's another group, Checkmate group. Even though they were marketed as the spy group of DC, seems the Spiral people that you don't even know much about is in charge. They reintroduced Kathy Kane, the original Batwoman, which really fucks up the timeline for New 52, because if you're led to believe that the first superhero appeared 5 years ago, then it's hard to justify and rectify in your mind the fact that a Kathy Kane Batwoman character introduced in the 30s somehow started within almost a month of the Batman occurring 5 years ago, and we also have Batwoman, another Kathy, the granddaughter.
That's a cannon shot in the mouth.
It's a cannon shot in the mouth, pretty much.
Yeah.
And Morrison didn't care and just added her in.
Okay.
It also features, the ending features the death of Talia al Ghul by the original Batwoman. She gets shot in the chest and is an agent of Spiral. Again, no mention of her in the New 52. The final ending is where Batman goes back out on the streets and he starts beating people up, and then it shows Ra's al Ghul, who hasn't been seen in a long time, with extracting the blood, the Lazarus blood, from a Japanese villain in the Batman world, who again no one else touches. And then he has access to Talia al Ghul's clones of Batman, aka Damian.
Yeah.
Damian was a clone. So it ends with something like Sons of Batman Rise, and all these little kids like Matrix style bubbles. So it kind of leaves you with a stereotypical comic book ending, which I don't like when writers sort of leave that open-ended, because they're not going to follow up, and then it kind of puts the onus on another writer to follow up with that. But the way that it was constructed was classic Morrison, with conceits and with sort of this metaphysical approach to Batman, where Batman's not just a man, he's a symbol, he is an ongoing symbol, he'll never die.
Yeah, because Batman has to go on.
And there's human elements. Damian dying made him human.
Evil's always going to be there.
Right, which is pretty much the conceit of Batman Incorporated. But it'll be interesting to see if Scott Snyder, the current writer of Batman, ever touches upon anything in the Incorporated beyond Damian's death. I doubt that that's going to happen. But I think it makes it an interesting challenge for whoever picks up on those, that they now have to kind of deal with it, because all that stuff's in canon.
See, now, I would always hope for a nice happy ending for Batman at some point in time.
I don't think so, man. I think it goes on and on.
He goes to like a French restaurant and like a fly falls in his drink, and he just grabs the glass and he's like, "Justice!" and he smashes the glass and he just punches the waiter in the face.
Or why doesn't he just go to Italy and watch for Alfred? I have one wish. I hope, Mr. Wayne.
Don't you dare make fun of Michael Caine.
I hope, Mr. Wayne.
Don't you dare. He is a saint.
I sit down at a cafe.
All right, we're talking about something else. I hate you.
and I see you there, and you don't acknowledge me.
You're an asshole. All right,
And
what
no, don't look at my list. I'm not done doing my terrible Michael Caine impression.
The most awful.
And we make no acknowledgement.
You sound like you're
of each other.
What is it?
Hello, I'm Michael Caine. I'm Alfred. I've already buried one Wayne. 2 Waynes.
You're like 10 steps away from, hello, Harry. Happy Christmas.
Hello, I'm Alfred.
Oh, my God.
All right,
okay.
so that was my Batman Inc. Are you going to read it, Chris, based on that, or are you skipping it?
You know me, I find stuff online.
That's true. You bastard. Let's talk a little movie news. Somebody's seen Wolverine. This guy.
Not this guy.
But we can talk about full review next week. I don't want to spoil it for you. But there were things that came out that you can't avoid, like, Chris, do you want to mention what happened?
What, in the movie?
The Sentinels.
Say.
That sounded like...
That was harmony. Yeah, there was online for, it's like a viral marketing video for X-Men Days of Future Past. They're trying to get the idea and image of Sentinels out there.
Yeah.
And they're trying to push the Sentinels are good. They're here to make sure that you're safe.
I like that idea. Like, the Sentinels are protecting you, which is classic.
It got kind of creepy at the end of it, but I was just like they're you get to sleep safe at night because Sentinels are out there.
And like the couple's on the beach walking and there's a Sentinel staring at them. That was weird.
It got creepy, man.
It got really creepy.
Yeah, and the Sentinels look good.
I think they're fine.
They're not spot on, which is fine. I feel like they need to make some tweaks, but it looks good.
It does look good. Yeah. Do you want? Did you hear about the clip at the end of Wolverine?
No, I don't want to know. Don't tell me. I've actually tried to avoid Wolverine information. Look, I read those stupid blogs that get the scripts like the day a movie comes out, and I read them, and then I know what happens, and they get ruined by the movie. I know Wolverine's not going to be like flooring me with its story.
No, it's not.
But I don't want to know. Like, I'm trying not to find out what happened at the end of the movie.
Oh, Citizen Kane for Wolverine would be, instead of Rosebud, Rosebub.
I hate you.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna give you that one.
Rosebub. Rosebub. Snicked. Yeah, Rosebub. That's so funny. Rosebub. So that came out. Citizen Kane. So that the Sentinels came out. They're promoting that. They had helmets at
Comic-Con.
At Comic-Con. Not helmets. Well, they had heads.
Yeah, they had Sentinel heads.
They had heads. I feel like I'm going to hold the mic now.
Brendan on the street.
I feel like this is actually better for my back. So they had that, and it was interesting. I liked it a lot. Seeing the helmets.
All right.
That's what I felt. Oh, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah, you can't talk into the top of the mic. It doesn't work that way.
So they had that, which was cool. And the end of Wolverine is the best part of the Wolverine, in my opinion, which is excellent. Stop looking at the list.
I don't know what that word says.
What word? Which
Below
one?
Wolverine. It looks like shit.
It's a short.
Okay. Shit film.
Hey, everybody. I want to talk to you about a shit film we found lately. No, yeah, so Wolverine, you threw me off. I had a train of thought, and you fucking threw me off, man.
You know what? I'm going to give you a gold star. You had your first train of thought.
If I wasn't holding the microphone,
I know.
I would smash you in the face with it. If it wasn't so expensive. I like holding the microphone, by the way. It feels good.
It feels good. I want to do it too.
Try it. Take it out of the stand. Let's be rebels and just hold it to your face.
We're living in a world where microphones float.
Nice. It sounds clearer too.
I'm using my diaphragm.
Yeah. So I'm making out with it. There was a short film that came out today. I have not seen it.
It didn't come out today. It came out yesterday. But yeah.
Oh, thanks for correcting, because that was real necessary. It actually came out yesterday. You idiot.
Thank you for adding the lisp.
You idiot. You dumbass.
Hey, I just didn't share it with you because I sent you like 5 links in a row and you had seen all of them. So I was like,
I was on fire. I was like,
I'm not going to send it.
I've seen this. I've seen this. So tell me about the short film from Venom. What is it about?
It's starring the brother from True Blood, Ryan, like, I don't know how to say his last name. Like Quanston, like Quentin. It's KW or something. That's
what are you saying?
That's his last name.
Okay.
But, okay, so he's playing Eddie Brock, Basically, the setup is it's a film crew following him around how he does journalism. If you know the character Eddie Brock, spoilers, he gets fired from Daily Bugle, which starts his descent into being a super asshole. He was an asshole beforehand, but he became more of an asshole, and this is following him. Like, there's a guy that gets stabbed while they're filming this documentary, and he's like, just wait. And then the guys that stabbed him go off running. He goes, runs, catches them, kills them, essentially, you think.
Yeah.
You see them hanging from, like, a fire escape in the background. And then he comes back over, and he's like, wow, man, good thing I got in my workout today. Hold on. And he's dead. Now we got a story. And it's kind of like, it gives you that Eddie Brock feeling.
Yeah, because Eddie Brock was an asshole.
He was a huge asshole.
Yeah.
And it, like, almost instantly, like, the bad taste of having Topher Grace as Venom just was out of my mind for that 17 minutes. I was like, this is a really, really good character story. And then towards the end, you finally get to see Venom, or him play Venom.
Right.
It's really cool.
Did they actually put him in the suit, the Venom suit, or?
Yeah, it's
really?
awesome how they do it. I don't want to tell you because I want you to see it. So it's not good CGI. It's not the best effects, but it's the way that they present the story is really, really cool. And they had a lot of tidbits for comic fans. They had like pictures on the wall of like Sin Eater.
Oh,
Sin Eater's 10th victim,
yeah.
And they had Spider-Man saves the day again or something. Like they had like pictures and stuff. Like I was pausing and I was reading it. I was
That's
like,
awesome.
oh, this is so nice.
Now, do you think that's an attempt to get noticed to be that character?
I mean, essentially, the reason that they do those things is to either A, say, hey, Marvel, you're going to be getting rid of your director someday. Please
think of me.
Pick me up. Or B, for the actors, this is why I would be good for this part. And,
right.
You know, and why. Like, they did the same thing for Mortal Kombat. They made that whole series based off that one video.
Well, then they also
Michael J. White.
And they also had Thomas Jane. He did Dirty Laundry for the Punisher, which was really awesome. I don't think it didn't really go anywhere, and Ron Perlman was in it too.
It was just good.
It was just good. Like, it made me miss his interpretation instead of that guy Ray, whatever his face was, who was in...
Well, it made me not like either of the Punisher movies even more.
You didn't like either of them?
No, I wasn't a fan of either of them. I just thought this was much better. It was gritty. Punisher is a really, really fucked up story.
Oh, yeah.
It's got to be gritty.
Well, his whole family dies. Then it's a sad story, and he wears the skull because he wants to kill people.
It's like Max Payne, but better.
Max Payne is Max Lame.
No.
Carl's Danger. I thought it was a superhero movie when I first heard that story. I was like, Carl's Danger? That sounds like a cool comedy. That sounds like such a cool comedy. Snapchat, idiot. Womp, womp, womp. Ding dong pick. What else happened, man? What else happened?
No, that was it. That was the last of our things. And I didn't.
Don't way to give them the peek behind the curtain, man. I was like trying to avoid you being like.
Well, I was waiting for you to ask me what did I learn today. That's what I was. I'm on my
I'm not
game.
there yet. I'm not there yet.
Okay, but, I mean that was it as far as the short.
Yeah, that was all the big stuff. And I think I was trying to think. There's one other story. Shit, I don't remember what I wanted. Personally, I'm getting ready for Breaking Bad. There's more Breaking Bad news.
Yeah.
There's a teaser released where he reads Ozymandias.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. I've watched it 5 times and look upon my works and tremble, and then it gets really quiet and you see the Heisenberg hat all dusty, and I was like, he's gonna die.
No, I don't think he's gonna die.
Do you think his family dies?
No. I think what happens is his family just up and leaves him, and he goes Al Pacino, Scarface. That's what I think they were alluding to at the beginning of season 5.
Yeah.
So, spoiler alerts for people that aren't caught up on Breaking Bad, but why the fuck aren't you?
Right. Well, he goes...
Opens up the trunk.
And there's a gun, and he's got a full head of hair, so you know it's the future.
Yeah,
he's now
time
growing.
has elapsed.
And you could also make the argument that he may also be on the run because he's changed his appearance.
And it's not just he had a gun in his trunk.
Yeah,
it was
he had
a
a
fucking
full-fledged
machine gun, like a light machine gun that the Army uses.
Well, did you see or hear about what they showed at Comic-Con?
No, I'm trying to. I'm so excited for the season. I don't want to ruin it. Like I'm like
I can't even tell
teaser
you.
stuff. No, don't tell me. I'm really, really excited.
Teaser. This is very much a teaser. It was only a minute clip from the season premiere.
Okay, go.
And I don't even have all the details. Walt drives up in a new car to his house, and his house is completely trashed on the outside. It's all
okay.
broken.
Don't tell me more. I don't want to know. I got pictures in my head. It's ruining it. I want to watch it.
I want to tell you.
Don't tell me.
You don't let me tell you.
Tell me after the pod, so that way if you tell me too much, I won't kill you on air.
Okay, that's fair. Chris, what did you learn today?
I learned that you have good care in mind for your equipment, so thank you for not beating me in the face with it because it's expensive.
You're welcome.
And yeah, that's it.
Ask me what I learned.
No. Hey, Brendan, what'd you learn?
Rosebud.
Rosebud.
Snickety. Rosebud, Carlos Danger.
I'm Chris.
I'm Carlos Danger.
You're such a dick.